Hello Tamers, and welcome to the second match of the Dark Masters tournament. So this time we have Piedmon on the left versus Puppetmon on the right. Now let's roll the dice. Puppetmon goes first, and with that let's open the digital gates. Active draw, raising phase. Furimon is hatched. Tamer card Tachikawa Mimi is placed at 4 cost. Turn over, active, draw. Raising phase, hatch. It's a Yamon. Moving into main, Digimon is placed at 6 cost. So from 4 it moves to 2. Turn over. At the start of Puppetmon's turn, Mimi moves the memory from 2 to 3. Active, draw. Raising phase, the Furimon in the raising area is only level 2, so it cannot be moved out. Main phase. Furimon evolves into Kokuamon at 1 cost. Whoops. 1 draw. And then into Vegemon, also at 1 cost. 1 draw. Next, Woodmon is placed, a blocker, for 5 cost. So the memory moves over to 4. Turn over. Active, draw. During the raising phase, Yamon can't be moved out either. Moving into main, Yamon evolves into Purple Gabumon at 0 cost, 1 draw. Devimon evolves into Miotismon at 2 cost, 1 draw. And Vilemon is placed on the field, a blocker for 5 cost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just stopping at 3 on the opponent's side. Turn over. Active, draw. During the raising phase, Vegemon is moved out into the battle area. Now Vegemon evolves into Perfect Argomon. And Perfect Argomon has the download -3 ability. By resting 1 Digimon on the field, the Vegemon that it's gonna evolve from, the evolution cost is reduced by 3, which basically makes it a 0 cost evolution. So now Vegemon evolves into Argomon, which is rested. 0 cost, 1 draw. Now Mimi's effect can be used if you have a level 5 or more green Digimon, aka Perfect Argomon over here. By resting this card, hatch 1 Digi-Egg in your raising area. So we rest Mimi in order to hatch another Furimon, which can now evolve into Kokuamon at 1 cost. 1 cost, 1 draw. Next, Kokuamon evolves into Togemon at 2 cost, 1 draw. And when Togemon is evolved, I can reveal the top 3 cards of my deck and add 1 level 5 or higher Digimon from among them to my hand. So let's reveal the top 3 cards. First card is Tensomon, can't add that. Second card, Perfect Agumon, I can add that. And finally, Tachikawa Mimi, so the only card I can add is Perfect Agumon, which I will do so. The remaining cards are put on the bottom of my deck in any order, so I'm gonna put Tensomon at the bottom, followed by Mimi. Now I'll evolve my Perfect Argomon into the Mega Argomon from my hand. Mega Argomon also has download -3. So by resting my Woodmon over here, its evolution cost from 5, reduced by 3, becomes 2. So now let's evolve it right over here as rest. So that is 2 cost, 1 draw, turn over. Active, draw. Purple Gabumon is moved out into the field. And at 4 cost, Miotismon digivolves into Venom Miotismon. 4 cost, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 draw. Turn over. As usual, at the start of the turn, Mimi moves the memory up to 3. Active phase. Draw. And in the raising phase, Togemon moves out onto the field. So first, Togemon will evolve into Perfect Argomon from the hand. So as usual, download -3. Togemon is rested to make the evolution cost 0. However, this triggers Venom Miotismon's effect. During the opponent's turn, if your opponent's Digimon is rested, +1 memory. So the memory does have to move up by 1, so it essentially makes it a 1 cost evolution instead. But anyway, Togemon evolves into Perfect Argomon at rest, 1 draw. Next, Woodmon will also evolve into Perfect Argomon with download -3, so it's rested because of Venom Miotismon, memory +1 for the opponent. But then Woodmon evolves into Perfect Argomon at 0 cost, 1 draw. And now it's finally time for Mega Argomon to attack. Well, to attack it has to become rested, so again, Venom Miotismon triggers, +1 memory for the opponent. Fortunately, it's still at 0. Now let's resolve Mega Argomon's effects. First of all, because of Kokuamon, since Mega Argumon is level 6, security attack +1. And then, because of Perfect Argumon, one level 3 green Digimon can be placed from the hand at rest without paying its cost when this Digimon attacks. So now, Palmon will be placed on the field at rest. Since it's already placed at rest, it did not become rest. This does not trigger Venomiotismon, and Palmon's own effect triggers. When placed, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and add a level 4 Digimon from among them to the hand. So now let's reveal the top 3 cards of Puppetmon's deck. The first one, Tentomon, level 3, Puppetmon, level 6, unfortunate, and finally Togemon, very nice, that's a level 4, so it can be added, and the remaining 2 are basically sent to the bottom of the deck in any order, Tentomon at the bottom, followed by Puppetmon. Now let's not forget Mega Argumon's own effect. Your turn. For every one of your other rested Digimon, security attack +1. So how many do we have? 3. That's security attack +3, including Kokuamon's boost for a total of security attack +4. This Mega Argumon currently has security attack 5 and is gonna blast away all 5 of Piedmon's shields. Fortunately, Vilemon can do something about that cause it's a blocker. Vilemon blocks. It only has 6000 DP, losing to the 11k of Mega Argumon, and it's destroyed. Now Puppetmon places another Woodmon on his field. 5 cost, turn over, active, draw, raising phase, hatch, another Yamon, and into the main phase, Yamon evolves into Tapirmon, 0 cost, 1 draw. Now Venomiotismon, it has 12,000 DP, which means it's stronger than Mega Argumon. And Mega Argumon has no inheritable effects that increase its DP right now. So with that, Venomiotismon moves to destroy Mega Argumon. But Puppetmon has a blocker Woodmon on the field, which is used to block. Sent to the grave. Now Gabumon attacks the opponent's security with only 2000 DP because even though Yamon can give a boost, currently Piedmon does not have enough cards in the trash. Security check. Vegemon, 6000, it's destroyed. But with Mega Argumon still lingering on the field, there's no telling what kind of damage Puppetmon will be able to do in the next turn and the following turns after. So looks like it's time for the trump card to descend. At 12 cost, Piedmon is placed on the field. When Piedmon is placed, you may play up to 2 level 4 or less purple Digimon from the trash without paying their cost, but their when played effects do not activate. And so from the trash, Gabumon is revived, and so is the blocker, Vilemon, a level 4 champion Digimon. With that, 12 cost is paid, so it moves to 7 on Puppetmon's side, turn over, active, and draw. In the raising phase, hatch, another Furimon, first at 4 cost, Cherry Blast. Rest all of your opponent's Digimon with 6000 DP or less, which means at this moment, both Gabumon and Vilemon are now tapped. So Vilemon can no longer block Mega Argumon's attack. First, the upper perfect Argumon will attack Vilemon. Even though they both have 6000 DP, Furimon's effect triggers your turn if your opponent has 2 or more rested Digimon. This Digimon gets plus 2000 DP, which means currently this perfect Argumon has 8000. So it successfully destroys Vilemon. And of course, because it was rested to attack, +1 memory for Piedmon. Next, the other perfect Argumon will attack and destroy Gabumon with only 2000 DP. Again, because it was rested, Venomiotismon causes a memory +1. And now that Piedmon's field is clear of blockers, it's time for Mega Argumon to attack Piedmon's security. Once again, because of Venomiotismon, first +1 memory for Piedmon, and then because of Kokuamon and the 2 rested perfect Argumons over here, Mega Argumon currently has security attack +3. That means it's gonna check 4 shields with a single attack. First check, Darkness Claw. Security effect, get +2 memory. Alright, so memory gets +2 on Piedmon's side. So this technically means it's the end of Puppetmon's turn, but according to the rules, because of memory changes, battles do not get interrupted halfway. So this battle must conclude first, before the turn moves over to Piedmon. So the security checks continue. Second check, Piedmon with 10,000 DP only, so it's destroyed. Although it has Vengeance, this does not activate when it's a security Digimon. Third check, Piedmon, is destroyed as well. And fourth check, Evilemon with only 6,000 DP. So all 4 security was destroyed. With that, the memory is now at 2. Turnover, active, and draw. In the raising phase, Bakumon or Tapirmon is moved out onto the field. Now first, Venom Miotismon attacks Mega Argomon. This time there's nothing to protect it, it's destroyed. And Piedmon attacks the upper Perfect Argomon, which is also destroyed with only 6,000 DP. Bakumon attacks Puppetmon Security, security check. Cherrymon, 7,000 DP, it's destroyed. However, when Tapirmon is destroyed, you get to draw 1 card. So it's destroyed. 1 draw. Now the problem is currently, Puppetmon still has 2 Digimon on his field, so if Piedmon passes the turn here without any protection, he only has 1 security left, so he's not going to be able to survive the next turn. So I guess it's time again to place at 12 cost, Piedmon. So again, 2 level 4 or lower purple Digimon will be revived from the trash. And because another Vilemon was checked and discarded from security, now you can bring forth 2 defensive Vilemons. So by paying 12 cost for that, it goes all the way to 10 on Puppetmon's side. Turnover, active, and draw. At 1 cost, the Furimon in the raising area evolves into Kokuamon. 1 draw. Next, the 7 cost option card, Terror's Cluster. Return one of your opponent's rested Digimon to the bottom of the deck and discard its Digivolution sources. So of course, Venom Miotismon is sent to the bottom of the deck, and both Devimon and Miotismon are discarded. 7 cost, so it moves down to 2. Now Puppetmon can use Mimi's effect. Since it has a level 5 Perfect Argomon on the field, Mimi can be rested to immediately send Kokuamon out onto the field during this turn's main phase. Now Kokuamon evolves into Togemon at 2 cost. 1 draw. Togemon's ability, once again we reveal the top 3 cards of our deck and search for an ultimate. Unfortunately there isn't one there, so I'm just going to return these cards to the bottom of the deck with Izzy on top. And now Togemon will evolve into Cherrymon at 2 cost. 1 draw, turnover, active, draw. Raising phase, hatching another Digimon, Yamon. Yamon evolves into Purple Gabumon at 0 cost, 1 draw. With 10,000 DP, the first Piedmon attacks Puppetmon Security. Security check. Perfect Argomon, 6,000, it's destroyed. And now the second one goes forth as well. Security check. Piedmon, only 1,000 DP, it's destroyed. 7 cost. The finishing move, Trump Sword. Destroy one of your opponent's active Digimon. With that, Cherrymon will be destroyed. Paying 7 cost, the memory is now at 5. Turnover. Active. Draw. Raising phase. It's another Furimon. And at this moment, Puppetmon plays the option card, Cherry Blast. At 4 cost, all of the opponent's 6,000 DP or lower Digimon are rested, which means all of Piedmon's blockers are now offline. Puppetmon has 2 Digimon that can attack. So at 4 cost, the memory moves down to 1. Piedmon attacks. Security check. Impmon, also 1,000 DP. So Piedmon is also destroyed, but that's not what's important. Perfect Argomon attacks. Since Piedmon has no blockers and no remaining security, it's a direct attack and the match is over. The winner is Puppetmon. Although in this case, it feels like it was more of a match between Piedmon and the whole Argomon series.